Hi, my name's Lynn O'Shaughnessy, and I want to thank everybody for registering for my class, Cutting the Cost of College. I really appreciate it, and I think the time you spend on this class is going to be well worth it. Um, my number one goal in having this class is my number one goal for parents with teenagers is to reduce your stress level and make you an empowered college shopper. Because unfortunately, I think most families, when they go through this process, they go through it with dread and they are kind of pushed around by the process. They don't understand why some colleges give money to some kids and not others. They don't understand the motivations behind why these schools, some of them are generous, some aren't, and it seems all mystifying. And so what I'm going to do in this class is kind of pull back the curtain so you understand the motivations of schools and you can take advantage of that. Because right now, um, families are at a disadvantage. The schools hold the cards because they understand um, the process. So we're going to try to more level the playing field here for you. I'm also interested in helping the college consultants and the high school counselors who are in my course. Actually, I was surprised when I first started doing this course earlier this year that a lot of the people taking this course are consultants and counselors, and which I think is great because you guys are the ones in the trenches helping families, and I think that it's really critical for those of you who are providing guidance that you know something about the financial side of college, because frankly I don't know how families, for most families, they can't just pick schools in a vacuum. They need to be able to afford them, and even the families that I've run into, many of them have come to my website, those that are affluent families don't want to pay out $250,000 for one bachelor's degree. I mean, it seems even crazy just even saying that, right? I mean, that's a lot of money. So I'm really happy that you guys are here too. So what I just want to do briefly in this video is just share with you some of the nuts and bolts of the class so that you can increase your chances of squeezing every last drop of benefit out of this course. So first of all, you need to know what the makeup of the course is. Every week I have released new lessons and they kind of build on each other. So there'll be written lessons every week. There's usually at least one video every week, sometimes more. I also have a webinar, and there's one webinar a week, and I didn't memorize the dates, but they're on July 15th, which is a Tuesday, July 22nd, which is a Tuesday, July 31st, which is a Thursday, and the last one will be August 6th, which is a Wednesday, right? And you can watch these webinars live if you'd like, and you will be able to access them through this online class that you're in right now, Rizuku, and you'll get sent a reminder about the webinar. Now, once in the webinar, what I do is I will recap some of the key points of the previous week's lesson, and then for the majority of time, I anticipate just answering people's questions. So ideally, these will be questions that have to do with the lessons you had, but frankly, my experience is people just ask me questions, whatever college questions are on their mind, and that's fine. Usually the webinars are an hour. Sometimes they've been over an hour. I will stay and answer every question that I can. And then if there's something I don't know, I will research it and get back to you. Another part of the class are, for lack of a better word, discussion boards, where they're actually prompts at the end of a lot of the written lessons, and I might ask you a question, and that's a way to participate actively in the class. And that's also, these kind of discussion boards are how people ask me questions during the week. And I would urge you to use these discussion boards, participate, answer questions, and particularly the questions in this first lesson, where I ask you to tell something about yourself. You know, who you are, if you're a parent, what age are your children, what state do you live in, what kind of, do you have any, why did you come to this class, you know, what prompted you to come, what would you like to get out of the class. And then I'd also suggest the same thing for consultants and high school counselors, where you're from, what kind of, what can you tell about your families, the kind of people you help, that sort of thing. That would be great. It's really fun to see where everyone is from, because I've got people from all over the country taking this class, which makes it a lot more interesting than if everybody was just from California, which is where I'm located in San Diego. So that, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, and then we have, typically I have some handouts. You'll see also at the bottom of lessons some written, some additional resources that you can go to. I also have, will have, at least by the end of each week, I will have a PDF of all the written lessons for the week, because I know this can pile up and everybody can't just zip through this. Some people do. Some people are eager to get started the very first day. They're going through the lessons, which is great. Not everybody can do that or wants to do that. So by the end of each week's lesson, I will have in place the PDF of those lessons. So you can just, if you want, just download it, print them out if you want for future reference. And I should also mention the length of the class. This class is 4 weeks with my active involvement, where I will be doing the webinars. I'll be answering your questions on the discussion boards. And then after 4 weeks, you can have access to this website, Ruzuku, and all the materials through September 30th, okay, because that's when my subscription ends to this. So you'll have plenty of time to go over this material. Don't worry if you have a vacation or something, because it's going to be here for quite a while. Let's see if there's anything else I can say. I think if you have any questions, you can, about the course, or you not being able to get on, or some of the mechanics of the course, please feel free to email me at lynn@thecollegesolution.com. That's lynn@thecollegesolution.com. What I would suggest, if you have questions about your particular situation or your clients or your own kids, I would urge you to post that on the discussion boards, because not only would I be able to answer it and also help other people through the answer, but you might have other classmates who will be able to weigh in. Because there's a lot of smart people in this class who have lots of a variety of experiences. So, you know, I would urge you to post any questions you have to those discussion boards, unless it's something like incredibly private or something. One time somebody was involved in a bankruptcy and it was embarrassing for her, and so I can understand why she would ask me a question about student loans. But otherwise, just post it to the discussion board. And I think, I'm trying to see if there's anything that I didn't cover, but I think that pretty much covers it. As I said, if you have any questions, email me at Lynn O'Shaughnessy Lynn@thecollegesolution.com for questions about the course. I urge you to participate in the class. It'll make it a better experience. And I look forward to getting to know you in the next 4 weeks. So thanks again for joining my course.